Welcome back to Cars Review, the channel where American muscle never sleeps. Now let me ask you something. What if Chevrolet took everything that makes the Corvette ZR1 one of the most terrifying performance machines ever built in America, the flat-plane crank, the twin-turbo Fury, the track-bred DNA, and dropped all of it into an SUV? Not a soft, watered-down crossover, not a luxury hauler with a sporty badge slapped on the tailgate, a real, no-compromise, full-size American super SUV that could embarrass supercars at a stoplight and carry your family to dinner on a Friday night. That is exactly what we are looking at today, because the 2027 Corvette C10 ZR1 SUV has just been revealed, and nothing in the American automotive landscape has ever looked or sounded like this. The C10 ZR1 SUV is not a concept. It is not a rumor. It is Chevrolet drawing a line in the sand and daring every European luxury SUV maker to cross it. This is Corvette's answer to a world that keeps asking for more. More power, more space, more presence. And Chevrolet has responded in the loudest, most unapologetic way possible. Let's start with the exterior, because the moment you see this thing in person, you understand that Chevrolet was not playing it safe. The C10 ZR1 SUV is massive, but it does not carry that mass like a traditional SUV. The front fascia pulls directly from the C8. Corvette ZR1, wide, aggressive, with those signature quad LED, daytime running lights that cut through any environment like a blade. The hood features functional carbon fiber vents that feed air directly to the powertrain below, and the hood itself is sculpted with the same muscular tension you find on the sports car. This is not decoration. Every line on this hood has a job to do. Moving down the sides, the C10 ZR1 SUV rides on an extended wheelbase that gives it commanding road presence without sacrificing the low, wide stance that makes it unmistakably Corvette. The rocker panels flare outward to cover massive 24-inch forged aluminum wheels wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport tires developed specifically for this vehicle. Carbon ceramic brake rotors peek through the spokes, and they are enormous. A visual reminder that stopping this machine requires just as much engineering as launching it. The rear of the C10 ZR1 SUV is where Chevrolet makes its boldest statement yet. 4 exhaust outlets, stacked in pairs on each side, dominate the lower bumper, and above them sits an active carbon fiber spoiler that adjusts automatically based on speed and driving mode. Now let's talk about what is sitting under that sculpted carbon fiber hood, because this is where the 2027 Corvette C10 ZR1 SUV separates itself from every other performance SUV on the planet, an American or otherwise. Chevrolet has dropped a flat-plane crankshaft twin-turbocharged V8 into this machine, derived directly from the engine that powers the C8 Corvette ZR1 supercar. But for the C10 ZR1 SUV, the engineering team has retuned and reinforced that power plant to handle the additional weight and demand of a full-size SUV platform. The result is 1,050 horsepower and 950 pound-feet of torque sent to all 4 wheels through a new 9-speed dual-clutch transmission paired with Chevrolet's most advanced all-wheel drive system ever produced. 0 to 60 miles per hour happens in 2.8 seconds. Let that number sink in. A full-size American SUV launching to 60 in under 3 seconds. That is not a typo. That is the C10 ZR1 SUV doing exactly what Chevrolet promised it would do. The all-wheel drive system on this vehicle is not a simple torque-splitting unit borrowed from a truck platform. It is a fully active torque vectoring system that can send power independently to each individual wheel in milliseconds. On a dry track, that means precision cornering that defies the vehicle's size. In winter conditions, it means confidence and control that no rear-wheel drive sports car could ever offer. Chevrolet has made this SUV genuinely fast in every direction. Forward, through corners, and in the way it responds to every driver input. 5 drive modes come standard: Tour, Sport, Track, Snow and Ice, and a fully customizable My mode that lets drivers dial in their preferred suspension stiffness, throttle response, steering weight, and exhaust note independently. Yes, the exhaust note. Because the C10 ZR1 SUV features an active exhaust system with a dedicated quiet mode for early morning departures, and a full open mode that unleashes a sound that is purely, unmistakably Corvette. The magnetic ride control suspension on this vehicle is the 4th generation of a system that Chevrolet has been perfecting for over 2 decades. It reads the road surface 1,000 times per second and adjusts damping rates in real time. The ride and tour mode is genuinely comfortable, smooth enough for long highway cruises with the family aboard. Switch to track mode and the same. Suspension transforms into something that keeps this 2.5-ton SUV planted through corners that would unsettle far smaller vehicles. Inside, the C10 ZR1 SUV seats 5 adults in genuine comfort with available third-row seating that makes it a true 7-passenger machine without compromising the performance character that defines everything about this vehicle from the outside. Step inside the 2027 Corvette C10 ZR1 SUV, and Chevrolet makes it immediately clear that performance and luxury are not opposites here. They are the entire point. The cabin is draped in semi-aniline leather with available carbon fiber accents across every surface that matters in the dashboard, the door panels, the center console, and the steering wheel itself. That steering wheel is a flat-bottom unit pulled straight from the C8 Corvette, wrapped in leather and micro-suede, with paddle shifters large enough to use confidently at speed. The driver faces a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that changes its entire layout and color scheme depending on the active drive mode. In tour mode, it is clean and minimal. Switch to track mode and it fills with performance data, G-force readings, lap timers, torque vectoring visualization, and real-time tire temperature readouts. The center stack is dominated by a 17.7-inch touchscreen running Chevrolet's latest infotainment system with wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, and an available head-up display that projects navigation and performance data directly onto the windshield at eye level. A 36-speaker AKG premium audio system is available for buyers who want reference quality, sound when the exhaust note is not enough, entertainment on its own. Rear passengers are not forgotten in this cabin. The second row offers heated and ventilated seats, individual climate controls, and a dedicated 12-inch rear entertainment screen. Legroom is exceptional. Chevrolet stretched the wheelbase specifically to ensure that adult rear passengers never feel like an afterthought in a vehicle designed primarily around the driver experience. Cargo space behind the third row is competitive with mainstream 3-row SUVs, and a front trunk adds additional storage that owners of traditional SUVs simply do not have access to. Standard safety technology includes Super Cruise, Chevrolet's hands-free highway driving system, along with forward collision alert, automatic emergency braking, rear pedestrian detection, blind zone steering assist, and a surround vision camera system that gives drivers a complete 360-degree view of the vehicle at low speeds. For a machine this large moving this fast, that suite of technology is not optional, it is essential. Pricing for the 2027 Corvette C10 ZR1 SUV starts at $189,000 for the base ZR1 trim and climbs to $224,000 for the fully loaded ZR1 Carbon Edition with the complete carbon fiber exterior package and every available performance upgrade. America has never built anything quite like this. The 2027 Corvette C10 ZR1 SUV is proof that when Chevrolet decides to go all in, the result is something the entire automotive world stops to watch. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is this the ultimate American super SUV? We want to hear from you. This has been Cars Review. We will see you in the next one.